Okay, next piece of equipment we're looking at is an 8-inch howitzer. It's got 10 tires on it and is a unit that actually gets towed. I'm 6'2".
He's another one that's 6'2", so there you go, there's the size difference.
I'm 6'2". You can see how this thing dwarfs me. Interesting fact about the wheels and tires on this thing. They can actually take the wheels and tires off of this and use them on the Army trucks like the 5 tons if needed, because they use the same bolt pattern. So even if they would have to leave this behind, they can at least get the trucks and bring the personnel back to safety or back to the main camp. Which is why you'll notice that they always have a uniform bolt pattern for your lug nuts. And even with 10 wheels and tires on this thing, as you can see by the hitch, it's a pintle style hitch setup.
I would have never guessed that, Adam.
Yeah.
What you just said about the tires, didn't know that.
Yes, they did that because by having everything uniform, they can turn around and they can keep their trucks running if need be. Because they could turn around, if in a pinch, they could take 1 or 2 of the wheels off these back axles where they have the dualies, and they can put them on the truck. And another interesting thing with the trucks, whether it's a 1.5 or a 5 ton, they can actually take a steering axle out of a second truck if need be, lock the front wheels straight, put it in the back of the truck to get it down the road in case they had to do field repairs on the trucks.
Wow. Did not know that.
That's why you'll notice on a military vehicle the differential pumpkins are centered on the axles, front and rear. Whereas on your street trucks, you'll have the front differential off to the side. Here we have another tank painted up with eyeballs and everything else, teeth, claws. Find an information board on this bad boy and we'll see what we have going on here. I think we have tigers and supports. The spec sheet is so faded that I can't read what it is. But I'm trying to see what the... Oh, it's an M46 tank. And from what I understand, this one was named Cora G, named after the wife of Lieutenant David Teich. I'm going to guess, I'm hoping I'm not butchering that last name. But this is the tank, an M46. It's an M46.
What kind of tank?
M46 tank.
M46.
I don't have an actual name of the manufacturer. The spec sheet's faded out too badly.
Ow.
It's still an awesome piece of equipment.
Yes, it is.
More road rage fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What road rage?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Oh, look at the firepower on this helicopter.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, indeed. I'll walk straight over. If you thought Al Capone had his little friend, this would be Al Capone's big friend.
Walking over here and see helicopter with rocket launchers on it, missile launcher, another tank.
Yes.
Firepower. Lots of it.
And look at the size of the missile launcher back there.
there
Not
a
exactly.
specific name for the helicopter? Or?
We'll find out here in a sec. One thing's for sure, I wouldn't use that for deer hunting. It's an AH-1G to AH-1S. Cobra snake helicopter system.
There you go. AH-1G to AH-1S. I think if you use that for deer hunting, yeah, there wouldn't be anything.
You wouldn't have to gut it.
That's for sure. Probably find your guts. Probably find the guts in the next county.
Yeah, all right. Got a 7.62 millimeter minigun to the left and a 40 millimeter grenade launcher on the right.
That is huge.
Yeah, it is. That'd be fun to play with.
I'm surprised they don't have. I call them the workhorses.
Right?
The ones with the two propellers. Are those the Chinooks?
I believe they are, yes.
The ones with the two propellers on the top. I call them the working helicopters.
Yeah, they're workhorses. Awesome piece of equipment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand up by the launcher here, and that'll almost consume my entire hand. I'm not going to climb up on the base that it's sitting on to give you a height comparison compared to myself, because we're not supposed to climb up on those. Now look at the span on those propellers. I got to back up in order to get that for you. And then we're back to another road rage hot rod, I could call them. This tank here. Oh, this got a nice fresh spec sheet on an M60A1 Patton main battle tank. This thing is huge. Here's the spec sheet on it. And now we'll do our walk around. This thing is massive. My chin does not come up to this spot here.
That's what you call them, right?
The road rage warriors, yes.
That's the new name for them I'm going to use.
Say hello to my little friend. As you can see, it's capped off, but you can still see the size of the business end of this monster. I guarantee you, nobody will cut you off when you're driving this thing.
This is a M60.
Yes, Patton model. Now check out this bad boy, huh? We got an MGM 52 Lance missile launcher. And a missile. It's faded, so I'll read it for you. But it's a MGM 52 Lance missile, deployed in 1972, deactivated in 1992. It's 20 feet long, 22 inches in diameter, weighs between 2,850 to 3,300 pounds, with a speed of Mach 1, 761.2 miles per hour, with a 150,000 foot ceiling, and a W-70 nuclear or conventional warhead, with a 75-mile nuclear range, 45-mile conventional range. Rocketdyne liquid-fueled rocket motor is the propulsion. And the guidance is an AN BJW 48. We do our walk around. Now, as you saw on the other vehicle, weapon vehicle, it had an 8-lug system on it, where this only has a 6-lug. This is a unit that would be typically pulled by what's called a deuce and a half, or a 2.5-ton truck. And again, as I mentioned, with the other unit with the 10 wheels on it, the bolt pattern is identical to that of the Rockwell axles that they use for, in this case, a 2.5-ton model. If they had to use the truck to get people to a home base, home headquarters area, and they had a flat tire or something like that, they could take the tires off of this, bolt them onto the truck, and be able to drive them to safety to wherever they would have to go. Here's the top view of the missile. Give you some specs they have on the side of it. Now, if I remember correctly, that one 10-wheeled unit, I believe I said was an 8-lug unit. It might have been a 10-lug unit. I may be incorrect on that one. That might have been a 10-lug unit instead of an 8-lug unit. But nevertheless, awesome piece of equipment.
Cecropia moth? I'd like to see what that moth looks like. It's huge. Just so you know, it's sitting on top of the stick. It's not stabbed or anything.
You can see its legs gripping onto it.
There. That's exactly
That
it.
is exactly it.
A Cecropia. Cecropia moth.
Good job, Becky.
Interesting.
I just looked up giant moth.
I'm guessing it's safe to hold now.
Only if you try to eat it.
Let's see what he
Yeah,
looks like.
I want to see what he looks like.
Let's try Cecropia moth.
A Cecropia moth.
Oh, sugar, honey,
I
I
wouldn't
see.
do that, buddy.
Look at
He's
that.
pretty.
Incredible.
Oh my.
You guys watch the video, you can just Google it yourself.
Danny, don't. I don't know if it's
Look at that.
poisonous. Don't do that.
No, 'cause the guy was
I mean, if the guy was holding it in his hand.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
It's moving.
And I like bugs, but this is
That is so cool.
anybody else want to.
Hold it.
Hold his hours in.
I cannot give enough praise to how incredible this location is. It's just absolutely amazing. It boggles my mind. What a wonderful, awesome location this is. I wish I lived closer. I would. I'd come down here every day. I could not get bored of this.
You want it?
It's just.
There's not a lot of it, but there are some spots along this whole park here that where you can get some shade. But it is pretty wide open.
There's not, as you probably heard, there's not a lot of shaded areas here, but where there is, you know, there's places you can actually go inside to check out that you can get some shade. Got some, excuse me, got some monuments here, some memorials and whatnot. We got the 88th Infantry, Blue Ridge Division, the Blue Devil Division for the 88th Infantry.
Adam, was Air Force 1948, was that when they broke away from the Army?
I believe so,
Yeah,
yes.
I think they used to be called, like my grandfather was in the Army Air Corps, and I think it was 1948. I'll put it up here on the screen, exact date, but when the Air Force became its own entity within the Armed Forces.
You see, they even have birdhouses and everything else in here. This place is just incredible. Got a little gazebo here. If you want to sit in the shade for a little bit, you want to ponder.
Beautiful back here.
Yes, it is. It is definitely a beautiful spot here. Sit here and relax. We got looks like another structure back here. Check that out. There's a couple Williams. I'm wondering, is this some sort of like where they work out? Or if this is like a bird sanctuary? They have these set up here so that birds can stop.
I wonder if they do like events here.
I would think so.
Put seating here or something.
Maybe. I was thinking maybe at first it was like, you know, with all the birdhouses that maybe this is put up so that the birds can have a place to stop, but that's a good possibility. It could be a
Some type of like ceremony or
ceremonies. Yep, highway being right there notwithstanding, this place is absolutely incredible, but you forget about the highway with everything that there is to see.
Yeah.
This is very cool. Another memorial here on the back side of the 88th Blue Devil Infantry.
Yeah.
I'm sure we haven't covered everything in here, but we certainly have made a lot of progress here. This place is absolutely incredible. And here's Danny's mop. Look at the little guy.
What was it?
Cyclopia moth pepper.
Cyclovia.
Cecropia.
Cecropia.
Very cool.
So, Cecropia moth. It turns into. Let me make it brighter.
Okay.
Really pretty moth.
Here's a. So focus in. There's a. Maybe, hopefully you can see this, but it turns into a beautiful moth. Oh, there he goes. Look at that. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot.
Nature's
If I
art
just
at
say
its
so
finest.
Indeed.
Nature's art at its
Probably pretty
finest.
poisonous too.
What's that?
This.
Why are you holding it with your bare hand?
He's
Because
fine.
I'm not trying to eat it, am I?
Oh, you mean eating as in. Never mind.
If it's brightly colored, it's usually poison. Yeah, general overview.
Prettier the colors, the more deadly.
Right.
Drink this way. Check this stuff out. And I think it's pretty much done.
Give you a nice little overlay of what's here. Such a great location. This is an example of a location for me that I would never find boring, no matter how many times I came here, because you can't see everything in one shot, I'm sure. And being able to come back and see that one thing here that you missed last time. Then the next time you find one more thing you missed, and so on. You always find something new. And it could be anything.
You normally play it back nine?
What's that?
So you want to go over and play it back?
I think we're on the back nine. This is just an awesome location. I would recommend this to anybody. If you ever get the opportunity to do this, you need to come here. There's no admission. It's free of charge. Right now, outside you don't have to wear a mask. I'm not wearing one. Inside you'd have to wear a mask. We'll verify to see if the inside of the place is open, and probably check that out if it is. But I want to thank you all for joining me here. Hope you had a great time, and hope to see you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great one now. Talk to you later. Bye.